So the snow finally cleared up, huh? It's a sunny day. Looks like it's a great day for flipping PCs. As you know, this is the series for flipping PCs for profit, and I actually sold my first PC on Jawa this time. So the PC that was sold was this 3070 build. That was my last flipping PC video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But I sold this on Jawa.gg. It came out for a total of $900. But after shipping and fees from Jawa, I ended up walking away with about $780. But it gave me a profit of around $333. But now it's time for me to get the PC prepared to ship. So I'm actually on my way to get the expanding packing foam I need for the PC so I can ship it off. Hopefully this U-Haul has it. As you can see, I have the original box in the back, so that should help with shipping as well. I do plan on buying a bigger box to go over that box, just to protect this PC, as this is my first one I'm shipping online. So hopefully I can find this packing foam today. Alright, so I've been to a bunch of different places. I've been to Home Depot, I've been to 2 different U-Hauls, I've been to Lowe's, I've been to some Walmarts. Nobody has this Instapack packing foam or any form of like expanding packing foam, and a lot of people actually had never even seen it before. So I did order it online on Amazon. It should be here on Saturday, and I did message the buyer saying, hey, you know, the latest I might ship it off is Saturday, just to due to some inconveniences. I didn't say exactly why, but hopefully that works out. Hopefully I get the packing foam on Saturday and be able to get everything good to go. All this taught me was just to be more prepared for online shipping. Normally all my PCs sell on Facebook Marketplace, so I never have shipped anything before this one. So this is just a learning lesson for me. Okay, so today is Saturday the 25th. Yesterday I went around looking for all the different places to get that packaging I needed, the Instapack foam, and nobody had it. So I did order on Amazon on Friday night. I also went looking for it as well. It's out for delivery now, so I'm headed home to go pick it up, package it up, and ship it off today. Today is, like I said, today is Saturday, so UPS is and just delivery places closed early on Saturday, so I need to hurry up, get this done, get it shipped today so I can actually make the sale. Let's hope I get everything done in time. So the Instapack packing foam did not come in time, so I went ahead and wrote this note asking the customer to leave a review and just left all the specs of the PC on the list as well. So I went ahead and went to the UPS before they closed, but around 2 o'clock. So I was able to finally ship off that gaming PC. I was not able to get the expanding packing foam I needed from Instapack in time. I checked my delivery. It's saying it won't get here till around 4:30. Well, since today is Saturday, all of the UPSs near me, they all close at 3 o'clock. So after I found out that, I rushed over to my nearest UPS. I went ahead and shipped it. I had to take the GPU out, ship that separately. So I had to make a separate shipping label. The buyer does know that it is coming in 2 different packages. The GPU is separate and the computer is separate. I did that just to make sure nothing gets damaged in shipping. I also got an extra box because the box I had was too small, or I didn't do it properly. But I got a second box, and I shipped the GPU separately. So it should get to him in 2 different packages. The buyer knows everything. He seemed like he's good to go. But man, this was a crazy learning lesson. Just be prepared for, I guess, be better prepared for shipping stuff now. Now that I got that first PC sold on Jawa, I'm going to be adding these 2 graphics cards here, as you can see on the screen. The first one is a 5500 XT 8GB card, and the second one is a 1060 GTX 3GB card. And I will be selling these on Jawa. I'm not really looking for a profit off of these. I'm just looking to get more verified on Jawa so I can sell more gaming PCs there. So I'm going to take some pictures of these and post these today. Now I'm on to my next build, and this is by far the cheapest PC I've ever built. Being a computer tech comes with some perks. A lot of these parts people gave to me for free because they just didn't want them anymore, or they upgraded. So the total for this build cost me under $200. It was at $183, and here are the specs for them. As for the parts that go into this build, this is a Musetix case. It's a G07 model. I got that for Christmas. And for the power supply, this is a Soly Tech 480 watt. I normally go 500 and above, but for this build, the 480 should be enough. I'm always going to try to use my ID CPU cooler just to give it that look. I got a 1 terabyte M.2. This 3050 came from that $150 bundle from the last build that sold on Jawa for $900. And as for the processor, this is an i5-8400. And then I got 2 sticks at 8 gigs DDR4 RAM. That's powering this whole build. Let's see if we can get this thing put together. Okay, so I got everything plugged in. I don't think the RGB is going to work, but the fan should spin. I need to buy a RGB header. I'm going to order that off Amazon as soon as I can. But I do want to see if it turns on, if we can get a post. Like I said, no RGB. Okay, so the front 3 fans are spinning. The top 2 are spinning. This one isn't fitting, so I have to find a fan header for this one. Let's see, CPU fan spinning. So all the fans are spinning. I just need an RGB header for it. Let's see if I can get a post. There it is. Got a post. That's all I was looking for. I'm going to order that RGB header and I'll be back to finish the build. So the RGB header did finally come in. So I decided to take the PC to work and stress test it throughout my entire shift. I ran OCCT, Prime 95, and Furmark, and it passed with flying colors. And now for the benchmarking. And the first game we're going to test is a game that no one's probably ever heard of. It's called Fortnite, and it's in the 2nd season of the 1st chapter. Not so many people play it, as you can see. But I played a couple games here, and I tried to see the performance of how the computer would run. At first, I did have it around 1080p. I think it was high textures, and the game at around 60 to 70 frames per second. It was a little choppy when you're getting off the plane. It would kind of hitch, and sometimes when you get around like grenades and explosions and stuff, the computer would hitch and glitch a little bit. But as soon as you put it in performance mode, man, the thing ran smooth. It gave me over like 130 frames per second on average. And there is someone in my house, as you can see. Let me see if I can get this kill. There he is. He has a shotgun. Everyone knows how the shotguns was back in the day. But pick that up. Game ran smooth. As you can see, Fortnite has a bunch of different settings you can play with to get the absolute peak performance out of it, but it ran great performance mode. Gave me around 130 frames per second, so great performance to me for the build, especially for under $200. I'm not sure if anybody else can build it for under 200, but on average this PC is worth around 450, I want to say. And the next game I decided to test, as you can see, is Call of Duty. I went into some Nuketown 24/7 just to get a couple of kills. The performance on this was extremely surprising. Call of Duty didn't let me go down to 1080p. I am playing on a 1440p monitor, so it doesn't let me change the resolution. But this is at 1440p, and it gave me around 70 frames per second. So with the 3050, i5-8400, 70 frames per second in 1440p to me is amazing. If you love Call of Duty, this is probably the best price to performance you can get, at least one of the best price to performance you can get. I'm not the biggest Call of Duty guy, but it ran smooth for me as I just got dropped. And the next game on the benchmark list is the infamous Marvel Rivals. Now I do believe in the settings it did not let me go down to 1080p. I believe it forced me to stay at 1440p. I could be wrong, but I think this is in 1440p. Nonetheless, I had to go into performance mode, performance quality I should say, for Marvel Rivals, because before it was giving me maybe 50-60 frames per second, and it was glitching, and it wasn't a smooth experience. So I went down to performance mode, and it's running pretty smooth to give me over 100 frames per second on average. So that's good. Game ran smooth. Game is fun. So 1080p, you should get around 100 frames per second on performance quality, and you should be good to go. And the last game on the benchmark test is Cyberpunk. As you see, I changed the resolution to 1080p. It's a good thing that this game lets me do it. The other ones didn't. But we are in 1080p, and I do go in the graphics mode. Make sure DLSS is turned on. Ray tracing is on, but nothing is really enabled. But we go ahead and run this benchmark test. So as the test is going, as you see in the top left, there is a counter. It's around 53 right now. When it gets to the end, it does the average, and the average is 57.8. Yeah, 57.8 frames per second. The max frames was 69.87, and the minimal frames was 48.20 frames per second. This is in 1080p, ray tracing enabled with the newest drivers. Game runs pretty smooth, right under 60 frames per second, so it is playable here if you did want to play Cyberpunk or any AAA type of game of this magnitude. This computer can handle it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channels grow, and I appreciate every single one of you.